Okay, let's see how this goes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Okay, get a little more comfortable here. Okay, um, a quick announcement. Okay, um, unfortunately, okay, Saturdays. This show used to be on Saturdays, 5 o'clock live. That's history. Ever since they moved to 38th Street, we have to tape these shows during the week in the afternoons. Um, that's not happening anymore either. This is going to be the new format. That's the YouTube website. These shows have to be taped a week ahead of time. So we're gonna miss Indiana Jones. So what I'm doing tonight is filming this for a deadline. Has to be in the previous Saturday, and so these movies are later. It premieres at the mothership, Manhattan Neighborhood Network, and already some of the stuff is going to be old news. I'll be doing updates on YouTube. Okay, but they're going to be a little 10-minute shorts, nothing longer, because everybody knows now I'm working with a lot of stuff on AI. Um, this is the website, okay, and follow the little doohickey in the corner here in your top right hand corner, I believe. Okay, Instagram. I'm showing all my new artwork. Okay, Pinterest, a lot behind the scenes of Godzilla, all black and white footage, photos and stuff like that. And I'll be doing some photos of my artwork. TikTok videos. I'm putting a lot of Lego stuff. Oh, I don't have my Lego with me. I knew I forgot something, and that always happens. But anyway, um, should I do it? No, Spidey's over there. Okay. I just put together a new Spider-Man. This little military thing, armor things. Anyway, because they're gonna come out with it on Star Wars. Anyway, a lot of Lego stuff is going over TikTok. Then eventually on Instagram and TikTok, you're gonna see original. You're gonna hear original music that I'm composing and with original artwork. I'm Night Cafe is the one I use for Instagram, but I'm using Leonardo, Blue Willow, Lexica, a bunch of those artwork programs. Anyway, and last but not least, SoundCloud. The original music is going to be posted there, and I'll be probably an open source where people want to borrow the music and put it for their stuff. That will be available. Okay. Okay, that's enough of the announcements. Let's get to the good stuff. Okay. Spider-Man. Now, last time I did this show, I said because of the legacy of Batman with the Flash, it should do really good. It's not catching on. If this doesn't catch on at the box office, what's going to happen? It's really going to affect Indiana Jones. Everybody said the third, the trilogy, where they're riding on the horse, riding into the sunset, and number three was the best one. Crystal Skull, nobody wants to talk about. If the audience doesn't show up for the Flash, Indiana Jones is doomed because you have four generations. Now, Spider-Man, for example, had three generations. Three different Spider-Mans showed up, and this made $1.5 million, $1 billion. Correction. And what can I say? People did not show up. People showed up 12 years later after the fact for Avatar. Okay, and this is going to do good. Of course, everybody heard because of the strike. The movies have been pushed back. That's another story. Doesn't matter. This is the original period because what time this goes on Manhattan Neighborhood Network, it's going to be old news because if this is being released on 4K, this has over 5 hours worth of bonus features. I don't know if I'm going to get the new one. Eventually, I will 4K to update it, but it's not going to have all these kind of discs. One, two, three. Really nice. You get one disc and you get the theatrical version. You don't get the extended version. You get the deleted scenes. There's a lot of stuff missing on the new version on the 4K. Thank God I bought two of these copies. So that's a nice case. I like the fold over here. But anyway, um, let's go to where did I put it? Ta-da! No, don't go anywhere. Where you going? Where you going? Homepage. Forget about that. Okay. Yeah, let me move this out of the way here. Ah, much better. You know what? Let me leave me over here in the corner. Okay, box office is in trouble. It's only going to clear maybe 60 million. This should have cleared at least 80 to 90 million. they're in trouble. If this doesn't pick up with legs, like Little Mermaid, believe it or not, it's got legs. In Europe and the rest of the planet hated it. Let me put that real quick. Okay, it's a Passion the Crab. Okay, I'm gonna go back and forth a little bit. Sorry for being annoying. My mini review, I like the picture. 3 out of 5. It's doing good in the U.S. It's not doing good overseas. But she was really good. And man, she can sing. So in any videos on YouTube behind the scenes, that's her with an orchestra singing these songs. She has an excellent voice. First time actress, she was like on a gimbal trying to float up and down. How can you act with a gimbal, especially if you're a first time actor? I think she did a fantastic job. That Mira Lynn, Manuel, Mira, stop with the rat stuff, huh? The scuttlefish, scuttlebutt. Oh God, that was horrible. Go to the video on YouTube and you see all the comments. People say, "Oh, my father jumped out off the roof and got chopped up in rollerblades. Best case of suicide after you heard the song." People were really mean to the song, and I gotta admit, the song is awful. The movie was way too extended. The CG was okay. Story was just too long. I felt okay because I didn't get a chance. Actually, I was going to open the show with this here 2 weeks ago, but the film is flopping all over, except for the U.S. It's still doing pretty good. It made over $400 million. Now, um, real quick, I want to get this out of the way. Elemental. I'm not even going to bother talking about it. Why? That's an actual remake of an old Pixar movie. That's right, Inside Out. Remember this? This was awful. I gave this a 1. It was annoying. I feel blue. I feel so blue. Yeah, the blue one. She was annoying. I feel so blue throughout the whole freaking movie. Okay, that's what this is about. Yeah, creative movie. Movie was annoying, and they're coming up with number 2. Believe it or not, Emmy Poehler, I believe, is doing one of the voices. She signed on. They're gonna come up with number 2. Why? Okay, enough of that. Um, but that's having trouble. The Flash is having trouble at the box office. It's not going to do good. Let me go back. I'm going to go back to that in a second. My review of Transformers. Okay. Everybody heard by now? That's right. They're going to join forces with GI. GI Joe. The problem with the box office is not doing good either, and not doing good worldwide. Only made $200 million. It's got to clear 400 or 500 because they really spent a lot of money on this. I like this for 3 reasons. Again, I give the film 3 out of 5. It lost one big point because of the story. It's the Allspark. Remember the first movie, the Allspark? It's the same thing. But I will say this. Let me just bring this up real quick. I have to go to the library. This is the Last Night, which was awful. This Rise of the Beast is way better. Age of Extinction had dinosaurs. Had the war about dinosaurs. This was a 3 to 5. This wasn't too bad. But this officially ended it. They came out with Bumblebee, a 3 out of 5. And this one, Rise of the Beast, 3 out of 5. What I did like about it. Oh yeah, the movie. At least the movie was 2 hours long. What I liked about it was they had the photography and the editing and the pacing really tight. You can see all the action that's going on. When they're going like this, it's transforming into a robot and then back into a car. Same language. But you can see everything that's going on. That's what I really liked about it. Again, it was a point for the story, and it could have been shorter. If it was 2 hours, it still could have been shorter. It was just too packed. I'm going to be talking more about this in a future show um, once it goes to um, um, oh, Fast Five. I keep saying it's Fast Five. The sequel to Fast Five, Fast 10. I didn't put it up. I'm just holding the DVD. The sequel to Fast Five, the Fast 10, already is on video on demand. That's only now the movie's going to clear about 700 million worldwide. Which is not too bad. The friggin' thing costs almost over $300 million. Everybody's lying about the figures, okay? And they spend a lot of money promoting it. Then Vin Diesel wants a trilogy. Uh, I don't think they're going to give it to him. They're releasing a spin-off like Hobbs and Shaw. Remember those guys? Dwayne Johnson, who is going to come back. Um, but the problem is he wants a 3 picture deal. Instead, they're going to go and have Dwayne Johnson come back, and he's going to do his own thing as the character and the Fast and the Furious. It's same thing like Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham, who's coming with a shark movie in August. They're gonna give him a another spin-off, sort of, okay, of his own character. I think that's gonna wrap itself up into the Fast 11, and that's gonna be it for that. If he's gonna get a trilogy, I'll be very surprised. The picture has to cross $1 billion, and let's go back. I love Fast 10. Definitely a 3 out of 5. A little bit too long, and it's the same story over and over again. It's like it's almost a remake of this here, but I'm calling it a sequel because it's his son. But Jason Momoa is fantastic. Now let's go back to the problem with the Flash. It's not gonna get its audience. All the hardcore Batman fans are going. I win. I got my Funko Batman pop. I'm gonna be showing a lot of these props. I'm saving right to the middle over here of the show to tell you another announcement about all these props together. Are you going to put them like on display so we can see all your collectibles and stuff? Yes, because we are celebrating over 30 years this July. That's how long I've been on. I've been on longer than YouTube, for crying out loud. Because scheduling, YouTube is going to be taking over somewhat. We still be connected to M&N. But that other studio I was telling you about, the living room, that's what's going to happen. This is the drums are behind the screen, by the way. All that's going to be moved to the living room. It's going to be a multimedia center. You're going to see me drawing. You're going to hear the music. I think that that's going to premiere in July. We're right in the middle of Star Trek. I just premiered. Do you have anything for Star Trek? Yeah, let me just pop this up because it does have the same character, Spock. Da-da-da. I love this animation series. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to go into, I'm going to have a special on Star Trek, talking about what's Strange New Worlds, and of course, Lower Decks, which I happen to like as far as the animation. A lot of people don't like it. I happen to like it. And you hear me playing some Star Trek music because I'm nonprofit on YouTube right now. There's no commercial, there's no sponsor, nothing. I'm allowed to play snippets. Okay, no, and nobody has an argument. Hey, you're stealing music with it. And fuck you. Anyway, back to that. So I will be covering Star Trek. So the first episode, um, what's his name? The writer, not Alex Kurtzman, the other guy who directed some episodes of Picard 1 and 2. I love Star Trek Legacy. They got to go in that direction. I'm going to be covering that in another show. We're waiting to get a couple more episodes of Strange New World. Then I'll be talking about Star Trek. Now, back to the Flash. You notice I'm going back and forth and just blaming it on the Flash. The problem with the Flash is, I thought it's, you know what the problem is? Why? Where's the audience? People are going there to see Batman. Simple. The Snyder Universe is a wrap. James Gunn said himself. So I'm just checking out the time in the corner. I didn't mean to disrespect you guys. Thank you for watching. Uh, Everybody knows the Snyderverse is over. So why are we continuing this? Which means it's going to affect Aquaman. Remember how Wonder Woman 2 came out? Everybody's looking forward to it, and it was dreadful. That's what's going to happen to Aquaman. They know they got problems. There's a lot of reshoots, and they bumped it a whole year. They're just going to throw it underneath the bus. And James Gunn already announced there's going to be a new Superman. Everybody's being recast. Now, at the beginning, Ben Affleck shows up. Yeah, this is spoilers because everybody, come on, once there's a preview on Thursday, by Friday morning, everybody knows it's a spoiler. So, spoiler alert, okay? Here it goes. The problem with the movie is it's introducing everybody from the Snyder universe. Okay, at the very beginning, it goes Ben Affleck as Batman. He does a scene, and boom, he's out. Um, they capture the guys. They're doing an armed robbery, whatever, and he gets caught in a predicament. And who shows up? Wonder Woman. Yay! She shows up, saves the day. See ya. She flies away. That's it. A little cameo. At the very end, I'm paying homage to the Peacemaker, which they're going to go into season number 2. At the very end, um, there's a clip with the dog flying in the air. Then the credits. You can go home now. Boom. They put the extra scene, the post-credit scene. It's Ezra Miller, Jason Momoa, Flash and Aquaman leaving the bar, and Aquaman is stone drunk, and he's telling him, "Yeah, you're pretty much the same in the other multi universes." He's telling him the story. Yeah, I'm the same guy. Yeah, pretty much. And blah, he falls out, passed out drunk. Uh, and a lot of people said that's a waste of a scene. No, it actually ties it up because if you remember at the end of Peacemaker, the only two faces you actually see is Ezra Miller and Jason Momoa, the Flash and Aquaman. Superman is flying up there. Batman is a shadow. Wonder Woman is also floating up there, but you don't see the faces. The only two faces is Miller and Momoa. I hate to say that. It's a pun intended. Anybody who's Latino knows what I'm saying. Jason Momoa. Anyway, uh, and it's yeah, it's paying homage to Peacemaker. That's only two faces you see, and that's how it wrap. A lot of people are saying the same thing. Why bother going to see this movie when it has no more connection with the Snyder universe? That's the big turnoff for a lot of people. I've been talking to a lot of people, and people walking out and said, "Why they're bothering? Why they bother still connecting to the Snyder universe? That makes no sense." Well, this movie was already in the planning for years, and the point was that it was still part of the Snyder universe. Little did they know that they cut the whole Snyder thing out, which is a shame. Now, let me take my time here, think clearly, because now I caught up with everything. Now I can take my time. Okay. Ezra Miller, I was really surprised. He was good. He was really good in this. The more mature one who's in control of things, and he meets up with himself. Now, I've seen this technique done, how the same actor's playing two parts. I didn't bring the clip with me. Damn, I didn't load it up. Okay, next time. Because it's going to be a follow up on this as the next show in 2 weeks. How it's going to perform at the box office. How bad it's performing. Okay. I was in the pilot episode of The Deuce with James Franco that was on HBO about 5 years ago, and he plays two brothers who both manage the bar. And I was in the scene with James Franco. He's holding me drinks. I got a shot of that. But I saw the technique that we're doing. We took a break, and then he had to switch roles and say, "Okay, guys, we don't need you because the other brother's going to be at the other end of the bar. So you guys can just take five, go back to the bar, in the back of the bar restaurant." And we sat over there and we saw actually what's happening. I sat right behind the monitor, where you see the technique of brother number one, which was James Franco, and brother number two, who was a stand-in. Okay, then they switched. Okay, whoops, I'm trying to balance this out. Okay, so they switched positions and they did the scene again, but with a close-up on James Franco playing the other brother. And I saw this all on the monitor. They filmed it in real time. And then technology, AI probably could do it much better. With the technology, he was managed to switch places in the same scene. And what's that show? Dead Ringers with Rachel Weisz, I believe. Yes. So that on Amazon, because I do own Amazon Prime. Another announcement. See, I want to mix it in that way it relates to everything what I'm talking about over here. I got Amazon. I'm going to be reviewing a lot of shows. That's going to be specifically for YouTube. So right now I'm going to go see. I'm going with my friends Jimmy's got Netflix. We're going to see Extraction #2. My other friend, he's got Paramount, and I went over there yesterday to see Star Trek New Worlds. That's how a lot of us are doing. We're crashing each other's places. Whoever's got one system, boom, we go over there. People take turns to come over my house over here and see Amazon. Anyway, Dead Ringers, Rachel Weisz, they played the two sisters, same technique. And she said it herself. I was standing in here with my makeup and doing my scene, the bad sister number one, and cut. Within an hour, we did the makeup, they redid her hairdressing, she changed clothes, and she played the good sister, which is this one, with another standing to do her lines, okay, of the bad sister. Bad sister, Rachel Weisz as the main happy good sister. And within an hour, she changed costume, makeup, and everything, and we did the scene, and then it spliced together through editing. That's what they did with Ezra Miller. And I thought Back to his acting. I thought he was really good. The mature Ezra Miller and the immature. He goes, you don't know how good you have it. Your mom is still alive. My mom. Anyway, if that's a technique that worked, and he did a great job of it. A lot of people said, "Oh, his acting." When you see the movie, you can't believe it. This is the same guy who had issues last year, but performance is good. The CG, it kind of falls into the style of the piece because it's supposed to be a different universe and a different timeline, a different date. I had no problem with that. I just went along with the flow. I work with special effects and green screen and all that. It didn't bother me. It fit the style of the film. Okay, uh, so I had no problem with that, and I loved the ending. Now somebody said, "Yeah, Adam West Batman is in there." I had to go to one of the YouTube videos to see where. At the end, you see all the different worlds, and they're colliding and stuff like that. The thing really got a kick out of it, they paid respect to George Reeves, the original black and white Superman back in the 50s. Christopher Reeve in 1977. Henry Cavill got dissed. I don't know why they do that, but it decided to go. Um, and what's the name? Supergirl, the TV show? No, excuse me, no, the movie Supergirl, the movie. That's right, not the TV show. Supergirl, the movie. Helen Slater standing together with Christopher Reeve. I thought that was really nice. Um, and that at the very end, you heard the story about a giant spider. John Peters, who went out with about Streisand, he was big in the 70s, and he wanted Kevin Smith. He's got videos on this on YouTube. Kevin Smith said he was approached by John Peters. I want you to write a scene where Superman fights a giant spider. Why? Guy was obsessed with spiders, and I got spiders in the bathroom. They're friendly little guys. They keep the roach population down all over the building. I don't know why people are afraid of spiders. But anyway, they are creepy looking. But he wanted a thing because they're mean and ugly. They scare you. Yeah, huh? Okay, John Peters, whatever. Um, there's stories about that in detail. Go to YouTube. Um, Spider-Man. The point is, okay, you see Nicolas Cage as Superman. I love that. And he's fighting the giant spider. It was in the script, never got filmed, and we got it over here. So there is points to this movie. The action, it didn't have to be 2.5 hours long. Uh, all the actors were good. I love all the cameos. The special effects were okay. It went along with the style of the movie. I had no problem with that, you know. But it ties to the Justice League, and that's already old fashioned, and that's why. Now, the best surprise of all, of course, he came on. That's right, Michael Keaton's Batman. He came on as an old man with long hair and a beard. I didn't recognize him. I said, "Is that Michael Keaton?" I didn't recognize the voice. He's supposed to be an older Bruce Wayne. And then all of a sudden, you see him all, you see in the commercial, shaved and haircut, the bat suit. Um, that's a prop I forgot to bring. I got the Batwing, not the Lego Batwing, the actual model. And I actually got a Batmobile model. Like I said, I'm gonna go starting July. You're gonna go to the other studio and you're gonna see all these props that I got, that I used on these shows for over 20, 30 years ago. Okay, they're all in the box. I'm taking them out of the box. I'm going to show these stuff off because they're sitting in the box collecting dust for crying out loud. But anyway, and the Batwing and the action at the end with General Zod, and got to give kudos to Supergirl. Uh, Sacha Kael, I believe. I forget her name. My blessings. Sorry. She was really good. I think the other problem is that everybody bites it at the end because even the Flash bites it because there's a different timeline. But the last clincher, which I really really loved, was uh, Ezra Miller as Flash. Bruce Wayne is coming out of the car. You just see his feet. He looks at it. Who the fuck is that? They got away with it. A PG-13, one F bomb, and it's George Clooney. Hey kid, everything is okay with you? It's like what? And George Clooney, he bobs his head, this style. He's laughing, and the movie ends. I thought that was so clever. They even paid attention to gave respect to George Clooney as well, not as Batman, but as Bruce Wayne. I thought, and George Clooney really had a hard time when that movie came out. Um, which I didn't think Batman and Robin. I think it was too bad. But um, let's talk about Batman and Robin. Let me end it on this note here. So I went along with my script. Um, last note, box office. Okay. Um, they're talking about Barbie's going to do better than Oppenheimer. Okay. And Mission Impossible wants to put on more screens than anything else. That's another story. We'll get to that. Indiana Jones is screwed at the box office, especially when it falls on 4th of July. Okay. And we're going to come back to The Flash. I like The Flash a lot. I still recommend it. Um, but Netflix, this Extraction number two. Um, Arnold has been doing those Netflix commercials about action. Well, Fubar. So all 8 episodes, I thought it was great. 4 out of 5. Good old Arnie. Some of the jokes are stupid. It's a plot about the family. Yeah, but I still liked it. Extraction number 2 has a 20-minute sequence because I always somebody saw the preview and told me about it. Half hour setting it up. How did Thor manage to survive? Okay, and then he gets set up another mission to rescue a family out of prison. Uh, they they go through a forest, a chase scene, and ends on a train. 20 minutes, non-action. I mean, pure action, non-dialogue, pure action. Cut, cut, cut. Boom, boom, boom. Uh, it's in the first hour of the movie. It's in the trailers. Check it out. And then because I'll be talking more about editing style in that. I told you a couple of camera techniques. I'm going to be talking editing. Yes, I've been an editor for 20 years. I'm going to be talking more about that technical stuff when I start expanding. Okay. I have no idea what I am. Oh, here I am. I hit it. Thanks everybody on YouTube. Subscribe, like. And thank you for supporting Manhattan Neighborhood Network organization, nonprofit studio. And I'll see you in 2 weeks with a brand new show. And like I said, this show will be, it won't be until about a week later, but it will premiere this coming Monday. If that makes any sense. Let's go to YouTube. The show will be there on loaded up. Okay, I'm out of time. Everybody, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and thanks for hanging out with me for the past 30 minutes. Thank you, and I see you next time. Bye, guys. Now, where's that big red button? Oh, there it goes.